Nominated 5 times in the Houston Press Music Awards. She's been taking trips to New York and Nashville, and she's playing tonight at the Rooftop at Cons. GLENNA Bell, welcome back to the KPFT studios. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great, Rourke, and thank you so much for having Greg and me here today. It's wonderful to be here.
Hey, Greg, Hinkel, how you doing?
I'm awesome, Rourke. Thank you.
Good to see you. You've been at KPFT many times before.
Yes.
And you actually are in a band with Jay Lee from Technology Bites.
This is true.
The Flying Fish Sailors, and it looks like you guys are playing next Thursday at Discovery Green.
That is also true.
Well, glad to have you in the studio with us today, so thanks for taking time out of your day to come play live for us. GLENNA, what's been going on? You just won an ASCAP award. Tell folks a little bit about what that is exactly.
Well, it's called the ASCAP Plus Award, and it's a sort of an endowment that I believe is meant to help artists like myself, you know, just keep on keeping on. So it was a nice surprise to receive the award again. I did also get it last year, but I wasn't sure if they would award it to me twice in a row, so that was a nice surprise.
Sure. And there's almost 50,000 members, correct?
Well, I think ASCAP has over 450,000 members.
Wow, nice.
You know, they basically, along with CSAC and BMI, they collect the royalties for writers.
I hate to say the N-word on the radio, but you've been hanging out in Nashville lately. Tell us a little bit about that. Did you see any metrosexual cowboys while you were there? Are they on the other side of Nashville? You're on the cool side. Is there actually a train track that goes down the middle of the town?
I don't know for sure. I've heard rumors that, you know, the east side is the cool side.
Rhinestone Cowboys can't go on that side of the track.
I don't know. I guess not. Broadway is, well, you know, it seems like on Broadway these days at the clubs like Tootsie's, it's mainly just cover songs, you know. And on the east side, I guess you can be a little more creative and free.
And you've been up there selling some records. Any Brooks and Dunn pick up one of your songs?
No, but I met Tony Arata at a little place there on Music Row, and that was really cool. You know, he's a big name in songwriting. He wrote for Garth Brooks and some big hits. So that was exciting. John Lomax III introduced us, so it was also quite a thrill to get to meet him.
Sure.
You know, being from the Lomax family, I call it the Lomax legend.
Right.
You know, I'm a great admirer of those folk songs that were recorded, you know, in the field way back when by his uncle, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Their family is such a legacy family. It's hard to keep track of all of the Lomaxes. They've all done many things.
Now, I know that Greg's got to scoot off to work, so we're going to take advantage of his presence here. So why don't you guys go ahead and sing us a few songs. And once Greg gets out of work this afternoon, he'll join you on the rooftop at Cons. Is that right?
That's right. We're going to be playing on the rooftop, and it's going to be very romantic. It's a romantic rooftop concert with a skyline view of downtown.
And this is have you played there before?
Yes, I've played at Cons before, but not my own show. I've just, you know, sat in there a couple of times, and I like that place a lot. It really reminds me a lot of the little places in New York, you know, in Manhattan, like Greenwich Village, the Lower East Side. It's a small place, but it's intimate. It's wine, coffee, beer. I think they have mixed drinks. Okay. And then when you go up on the roof, though, it's really a parking area, but nobody will be parking up there tonight. Oh, another thing about Cons that I want everybody to know is, and I think this is wonderful, they have a free parking lot right there in the front, and it's lighted.
Okay.
So for me, that's a big plus.
Now, do you play on the rooftop?
We will tonight.
Okay.
Now, they also have shows, you know,
inside
downstairs in the room, and that's where I've played in the past, but tonight we'll be on the rooftop.
Very nice. All right, we'll talk more about that here in a little bit, but before you actually play live, you hit the stage around 9 or 9:30 after Dale Watson, so people at the Discovery Green, they can still catch you after that. Is that about right? That's
right. We're really officially going to start around 10.
Okay.
But, you know, to get the good parking spaces, come a little early.
Sounds good. GLENNA Bell, what are you going to sing for us first?
This is a song called Poor Girl. working downtown trying to get along. I'm a poor girl, I have nobody, just a country girl living far from home. If you love me, you'll be good to me, we'll be happy from now on. Do you love me? Do you love me? I know you say so, but I don't know. Do you love me? Want to think so, but I've heard those hurtful words before. You're a poor boy, you have no money, working too hard to make ends meet. Just a country boy caught in the city. Some days I think you're a lot like me. You're a poor boy, you have nobody, just a country boy living all alone. You're a poor boy, but if you're good to me, we'll be happy from now on. Do you love me? Do you love me? I know you say so, but I don't know. Do you love me? I want to think so, but I've heard those hurtful words before.
Very nice. Glenna Bell live in the KPFT studio, getting some help from Greg Hinkel from the Flying Fish Sailors. Glad to have you both in the KPFT studios, playing at Cons tonight. Should hit the stage around 10, and probably play till midnight, right?
Or later.
All right.
Yeah, I put 10 to midnight because I wanted the late night people to feel like we'd be out there for some substantial amount of time, and I wanted the early night people not to get the idea that it's going to be a really late night thing.
Right.
But you know, we can just probably stay there until they throw us all out.
Very nice. Tell folks about your gig at Blanco's last Monday.
Well, that was very, very nice. I was very impressed. I recently joined an association in Nashville called the Nashville Songwriters Association International, NSAI. And I've been enjoying the contact I've had with that association in Nashville. And I was pleasantly surprised to get an email the other day from the Houston chapter, and they were inviting me to come and perform in one of the songwriter rounds out there on Monday night. I think they do it once a month on Monday nights at Blanco's.
Okay.
Of course, we all know Blanco's is a great honky-tonk, a great place to go dance to country and western bands. I always say it has that urban cowboy feel that we love. But on Monday nights, I think it's once a month, they set aside the venue for the song. And so it's really a songwriter event. And I was very honored to be invited to play it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Talk to me about the next CD. It's been a while since the last one, so what's on the forecast for you?
Well, to tell you the truth, this year I decided earlier in the year, in January, in the January distribution, I received that ASCAP Plus award for the first time.
Right.
And it really encouraged me. I also don't mean to brag, but you know, this is a hard road to hoe as an independent artist, as they say. And so, you know, I've been getting small royalties now from ASCAP every quarter. And all of this has begun to make me feel, you know, that there is some potential, you know, on the commercial side of songwriting.
Right.
So I started taking trips out to Nashville this year and doing some meetings out there on Music Row and making some contacts. And I've set my mind to actually writing the great hit song.
Okay.
So call me Ishmael, you know.
Right.
My goodness gracious, all the things I never knew about songwriting until I went to Nashville. But it's a real learning curve, and so rather than working on a new album, I literally have been devoting the year to making this transition as a writer.
Okay.
But don't worry, everybody, you know, I'll still be writing my other stuff too, but I just have to know that I can write the great American hit song.
Right now, will you ever record those songs?
Oh, these, okay, one of them that I've written is called Facebook Friends, and it's for a teenage girl. It's pop, basically. But, you know, guys, another thing I found out in Nashville is country is pop. Okay, so, I mean, or that's how I see it anyway.
Sure,
you know,
sure.
it's to somebody, you know, from my age and where I come from, it does sound a lot like pop to me.
Me too.
So I say, okay, man, if you can't beat them, join them, you know. I'm going to write this song. And I like the lyrics a lot. I'm going to do a demo. Somebody I really respect a lot in music is coming down, or I should say coming out from Palm Springs. His name's Ronnie King. I met him here in Houston a few years ago when he was flying in to record rap acts and hip-hop acts at Sugar Hill Studios. And he wanted to record somebody who sounded like Texas, so we worked together, and it was great. But I wasn't really on this commercial path at that time. Now I am, so I called up Ronnie because he is amazing. He's worked with Mariah Carey, Tupac, Snoop Dogg, The Offspring. You know, he's an amazing creative person.
So when he comes to Houston, what kind of things will you be doing with him?
Well, co-writing. We're going to write. We're going to write for a whole week.
Nice.
I'm really excited about it. You know, I would imagine that it'll be more me on the lyric side and more him on the music side. But if you've ever heard a song called Hit That by The Offspring, there's this memorable keyboard part, and he created that part. That's him. And so I thought, you know, in Nashville they tell everybody, co-write, co-write. Look at the person on your left. That could be your co-writer. Look at the person on your right. That could be your co-writer. You know, and I started thinking, wait a minute, I can't just do something like that with just anybody, you know. Who do I really, really want to work with as I make this transition? And I thought, Ronnie King, he's the man.
Very cool. Now, I know that Greg has a scat, so why don't you guys sing one more for us so we can get Greg out of here?
All right, that sounds like